I think it's still drizzling. From what I can see from the system here, light rain. But if you're out there, please ensure you are safe and secured and you are warm. And of course, ensure the children are also very, very warm. All right, let's take a look at the Shaga axis weather this morning. Areas remain calm. Nook and cranny of the area looking good. The stretch from Shaga up to Pensinema is very okay, except Fagba corridors. Thus, there is a little bit of delay around there. But moving on to College Road, all is still looking very okay. Now, Fagwa bus stop to Fagwa Junction is very, very good, but then slight delay all the way to Jonathan Coker. From Jonathan Coker to Fagba, you have steady movements. He says no impediment cited and personnel doing the needful. Like I said, if you're grateful to God and you want to say thank you to Him and be how do I put it? You want to be someone who would encourage another person going through one situation or the other, and you just want to be grateful to God and share your testimony of how the past 5 months have been. Feel free to call the number and let's hear from you. The 5 months for a lot of us as Nigerians has been very, very challenging. The economy of the country is telling on almost everybody, the rich and the poor, the elite and then the middle class. Everyone is buying things. We're buying things at the markets and we're feeling the effects of what is being sold to us. And that aside, some other challenges coming into place. School fees have to be paid. House rents have to be paid. Some unforeseen circumstances coming into place. Challenges at work, challenges at home. But all through, God has been able to keep us all together and to have our sanity in place. There are some situations in our lives where we just sit and some people look at the fact that why am I even existing if all of this is happening to me? And some people think about it and say, why me? Why me? Why not another person? Why is this happening to me in particular? And you can also look at your family members and think no one else is experiencing what you're experiencing. But if you sit and you hear from someone else, you know what you're going through is just a tip of the iceberg to what others are going through. But what the situation is saying, almost everyone has one challenge or the other they are going through. But God has been faithful to a lot of us. He has kept us. He didn't allow us to look like what we are going through. You know, you see some people looking all gorgeous with so beautiful makeup and great dress, you know, speaking well. And you think, oh, this one has no problems. This one is just, enjoying life and not understanding what I'm going through. But believe me, everyone is going through one situation or the other. It's more like no one is exempted in what is happening in the country. You are collecting your own piece at one point or the other. But what we are doing is that we are grateful to God that whatever it is that we're going through, it actually has not consumed us. And if you're listening to me, it is because God still has plans for you, and that's why that situation has not overcome you in any way. And you will be the one to see the end of that situation. It certainly will not see your end. The God that has come through for you in the time past will still come through for you in this situation. And it's still going to come through for me also from whatever it is I'm also going through. Because like I said, no one is exempted. It's not because we're seated right behind the microphone, we're speaking English and playing music, and you think life is perfect. No, it isn't. It's a bit of ups and downs for almost every human. All right, let's go back to the traffic report that we have for you at this time. All right, let's take it from Ekpe Access. It says good travel time from Jubilee Bridge to Aja Inward Ibrahima Desoya down to LBS. While from LBS to Landway, it is good to go. Landway road to Gidon, Shoprite, Crown Estate, Awuyaya, Lakwe, Eleko Junction, extending to T Junction and Ayetoro is a smooth ride. And just some slow movements around DKK and Ugido, and that's due to construction work. Now, while the return journey from Aito reconnecting T Junction and route Leko Junction, School Gate, Abidjan, Majek, Shoprite, Ugida, down to Landway is very much in order. Now, from Landway to University View Estate is moving traffic, while from University View Estate connecting Abraham Madison down to Aja underneath the bridge is quite encouraging. It says no record of impediment cited or accident, while we have officers on ground doing the needful. Our time check in the studio is 11:42. Remember, at exactly 12 o'clock, we'll be taking a break for news at noon. And when we come back from the news, we return back to the traffic updates. But we still have some minute for us to play some music and still bring you more traffic updates. All right, let's go with the music of Prosper Ekweme.
You are the living God.
recording anyway. The music of Dunsi Onyeko running at the background, and time check in the studio is 11:57. Remember, I told you we'll be taking a break for news at noon. That's just in about 3 minutes. We'll be taking that break and be returning from the other side of 12 for more traffic update and more inspirational music this Sunday morning. Please stick with us. Do not go anywhere. Lagos State Environmental Protection Agency reaffirms commitments to combat climate change. President Tinubu condemns killing in Abia State. Another foreign scene, China's spacecraft lands on moon far side. And in sports, Vinicius Jr. makes UEFA Champions League final records. Now the news in details. I am Dayo Anthony. As the June 5 annual World Environment Day celebration draws nearer, the Lagos State Environmental Protection Agency, LASEPA, has reaffirmed its commitment to implementing government sustainable environmental policies aimed at mitigating climate change effects, promoting a circular economy, and ensure environmental protection against drought and desertification. Now, speaking during a pre-event press conference held in Alausa, the LASEPA General Manager, Tunde Ajayi, said there will be an essay competition aimed at raising the consciousness of youth on environmental preservation, desertification, and other climate change mitigating effect towards achieving a sustainable environment for a healthy living. He said as part of its school advocacy program for the World Environment Day celebration for the year 2024, the agency is partnering with some production industries to sponsor the essay competition among undergraduate students across all tertiary institutions in the state, as way of involving youth in the task of environmental preservation. Ajayi added that the agency is scaling up its advocacy campaigns in schools and colleges to carry youths along in the implementation of government reform policies geared towards combating climate change and greenhouse effects for sustainable environmental growth. The General Manager, Lagos State Parking Authority, Adebisi Adelabu, has called on stakeholders in the hospitality industry to comply with the Lagos State parking policy and make adequate arrangements to meet their customers' parking needs. Adelabu made this known while speaking as a panelist at the engagement session organized by the Lagos State Ministry of Tourism, Art and Culture for stakeholders in the hospitality sector on current industry challenges, emerging trends, policy frameworks, and collaborative opportunities within the entire hospitality value chain. She stressed that this is a duty of those who own and operate facilities such as hotels, bars, and other event centers to make adequate provision for parking for their customers and clients. Adelabu urged event centers to ensure ample parking provision for their guests right from the onset of constructing their facilities. The organized private sector has accepted the federal government's proposal for a new minimum wage of 60,000 naira in the country. The Director General of the Manufacturing Association of Nigeria, Segun Ajayi Kadri, noted that ongoing negotiations between the government, the private sector, and all the organized labor were focused on establishing a minimum wage rather than a living wage, which represents the lowest amount that can be paid to any worker in the country. Ajayi Kadri maintains that both labor and private businesses have been facing significant economic challenges, making it extremely difficult for them to meet the wage demands that put forward by the labor unions. He appealed to the organized labor to reconsider its decision to embark on nationwide strike, adding that labor working out of discussion and declaring strike would not help matters. And now to the rest of the stories. President Bola Tinubu has ordered security agents to go after the killers of the 5 soldiers in Aba, Abia State, and those behind the call for sit-at-home in the southeast. The president, who was reacting to the murder of the 5 soldiers in Aba on Thursday, May 30th, by elements suspected to be members of the Indigenous People of Biafra, IPOB, warned that the federal government will come down heavily against those who have made it a habit to needlessly attack officers and men of the armed forces. Tinubu said soldiers and the police have the duty to protect the people from aggressors and non-state actors, noting that hundreds of them have paid the ultimate price in fulfillment of their duties, while some have experienced the indignity of being manhandled by the people they protect. The president sent his condolences to the families of the 5 slain soldiers, their colleagues, and the leadership of the armed forces, urging other men and women on peacekeeping duty not to be discouraged by the unfortunate incident in Aba. Bauchi State Governor Bala Mohammed has appealed to organized labor to reconsider the planned nationwide strike schedule for Monday. The governor expressed concern that the strike will cripple the economy and inflict hardship on workers, warning that the proceedings with the strike will plunge the country into severe poverty. It will be recalled that on Friday, the Nigeria Labour Congress and the Trade Union Congress announced an indefinite strike to protest the federal government failure to increase the proposed minimum wage from 60,000 naira and failure to reverse the electricity tariff after giving the National Electricity Regulatory Commission and the federal government a May 31st ultimatum to reverse the tariff hike. And now to the foreign news. China says it has unscrewed craft has successfully landed on the far side of the moon. According to China National Space Administration, CNSA, the Changxi touched down in the South Pole Arctic Basin on Sunday morning. Launched on 3rd May, The mission aims to collect precious rock, extracting some of the moon's oldest rock from the huge crater on the South Pole and soil from the region for the first time in history. The landing was first with risk because it is difficult to communicate with spacecraft once they reach the far side of the moon. China is the only country to have achieved the feat before landing its Chang'e in 2019. Beijing's broader strategy aimed to see a Chinese astronaut walk on the moon by 2030. The U.S. also aimed to put astronauts back on the moon, with NASA aiming to launch its Artemis third mission in 2026. And now to sports. Vinicius Jr. created a new record in UEFA Champions League final after helping Real Madrid overcome Borussia Dortmund 2-0 on Saturday. The Spanish defender opened the scoring on 74 minutes after heading home to Toni Kroos's corner kick. Vinicius then sealed it on 83 minutes as he slotted home after receiving a pass from Jude Bellingham. Following this goal against Dortmund, Vinicius has become the first ever Brazilian to score a multiple Champions League finals. In the year 2022 final against Liverpool, the forward got only one goal as Real Madrid won 0-1 at the games. Just before we go, please ensure you make use of your seatbelt while driving. You can follow us and like all of our social media platforms. X, Traffic Radio 961. Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Please subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website at trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Somolu administration injected 100 high medium capacity buses for standard routes? You can get more details on Lagos State Government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. As the June 5 annual World Environment Day celebration draws nearer, the Lagos State Environmental Protection Agency, LASEPA, has reaffirmed its commitment to implementing government sustainable environment policies aimed at mitigating climate change effects, promoting a circular economy, and ensure environmental protection against drought and desertification. President Bola Tinubu has ordered security agents to go after the killers of 5 soldiers in Aba, Abia State, and those behind the sit-at-home in the southeast. We also told you that China said its as unscrewed craft has successfully landed on the far side of the moon. And in sports, Vinicius Jr. created a new record in UEFA Champions League final after helping Real Madrid overcome Borussia Dortmund 2-0 win on Saturday. For contact with the newsroom, please send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That ends the news broadcast compiled by Adesua Joyaka. I am Dayo Anthony. Many thanks for listening.
The bombs, screeches, and tacos won't stop the flow on Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Moving Lagos forward.
Your home for timely, reliable, accurate, dynamic, innovative, and objective traffic reports. That's why we are your T Radio on 96.1 FM. Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Moving Lagos forward.
This message is brought to you by Mike Frost at Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM.
Obey the rules and regulations of the road for your own safety. Know they drive like say you get extra life for house. If you go, you don't go with that. The people know if see you again be that. Why you dey follow one way when you're day on call and you know say you don't drink beer before? Save your life, take 'em easy. Obey traffic laws. Know the rules, follow the rules. And the rules to protect you. Know the rules, follow the rules. The rules to protect you. That make you late. Life no get back to. If you drink, don't drive. If you must drive, don't drink. Save drive, take 'em easy. Obey traffic laws.
You're listening to Lagos Traffic Radio, 96.1 FM.
Jesus, yeah.